Welcome back to another HABS Daily News with your hockey coach, Euro Code Frenchie. Today, episode number 59, it's time to select the first pick overall by the Montreal Canadiens. So don't go nowhere. Episode number 59 today. HABS select first pick overall. The Montreal move up. The NHL trade bait a couple of players. And finally, a lot of action NHL news yesterday. First of all, let's see what we have here. Ken Hughes, Monday night, said they're going to select the first pick overall between three players. Shane Wright, 6'1", 187 center. Logan Cooley, 5'10", 174 center winger. Gerard Slavkovsky, Slovakia, 6'4", 220 is a big winger. Now, let's talk about Shane Wright. His hockey sense is unbelievable. His vision is unbelievable. His decision-making are great. His shot are strong power with his velocity and accuracy. What he need to improve, guy, is his acceleration without or with the puck and his physicality to get a little bit more stronger and play physical during his game. Now, we know here below you have all the information from different experts talk about Shane Wright. I'm not going to tell you everything here, but Shane Wright, his maturity, his leadership inside of him, the way he see the game, the details of the game is really unique for all the players on the NHL prospect draft. So what makes him special, that's what he does. His hockey sense, his intelligence about reading and anticipate the play. Let's move on for the players number 2. And it's Logan Cooley. His skill, his hand, his vision, two-way center like Shane Wright, his compete, and of course his creativity on his offensive side make him special. What you need to improve, guy, is his size, about his strength, muscle mass, get more physical in the game, and that's what make him going to have special in his NHL. Is all about his flashy, his creativity on with the puck. He need to improve a little bit better, of course, his consistency, but he have an amazing great year this year, and he's another Trevor Zegras if you want to compare him. Finally, the amigo number 3 is Gerard Slavkovsky, the Slovakia players. Big guy, we know that. His size, his physicality of the game, is how he compete, go in front of the net, is not worried. He like to play physical. Puck protection, his stick angling are great. Now, what you need to improve, guy, is overall skating and his acceleration. There are two factors what he's going to need to get better to reach that kind of super elite in the NHL. Again, I'm not going to read about this, but look about the skill, scoring, strong, physical, power forward. Team love those kind of players as a winger. Can the Montreal select him? That's the biggest question here. Now, here my thinking about 3 players. All 3 guys are great players. Are not super elite, but great elite players. Right? I would not be surprised he reached one day 30 goals with 70 points every year. His leadership, his maturity, the way he anticipates, he read the play, his IQ, his hockey sense make him special. Projection for me, definitely a second center in NHL. Cooley, 25 goals, but more point overall, 80 points, and maybe a little bit more. His creativity with the puck, with his hand, his skill, and the way he's really flashy make him special. That's what you're going to see with Cooley. Another Zegras in my eyes. And then, of course, he's going to be a top 6 player winger. Possible play center, maybe later during his career. Finally, the big guy, the Slavkovsky. Projection for me, 35 goals, 70 points. But also, he could have some difficulties in NHL if he does not change his game. What are you talking about? He likes to play 1 versus 1. He works, talent, average. But when you play with NHL, you cannot get that kind of 1-to-1 all the time. So we know his size, his physicality of the game, his strength, what he got, his puck protection, everything. That's what Slafkovsky is. I expect him for his projection to be a top 6 winger in NHL. Now, that bring what, guys? Here, 3 compare. It's not easy when we compare this and when we get some projection in the future. Why? Wright play in OHL. Coley play in USHL, NCAA. Slafkovsky play on League. Everybody make their own season with different outcome. Wright play in the OHL, where it's more a talent-wise overall. At that age, between 16 and 20 years old. Wright missed a full year. Coley played with less talented overall. USHL and NCAA. A little bit man over there, but not like the OHL where the talent is a little bit better. Slafkovsky played with men. He did not miss 1 year, but he struggled on the outcome. But he did well on the World Championship, on the Olympics game. Now, what I would suggest to Montreal and you fans, Montreal cannot pick the player because of the position, or we need a center, or we need a winger. What they need to do, guys, is this. First of all, McKenzie pick Slafkovsky, an expert on NHL draft. Chris Peters is another one, took Coley. Greg Podden, another TSN guy expert for many years with McKenzie, took Shane Wright. So we have 3 different experts, and they took 3 different players. That's what's going on with this NHL draft. It's not easy because 33. What I believe, and this is my suggestion, or what I would like the Montreal Canadiens select is Shane Wright. If ever the Montreal select Slafkovsky, whatever Montreal Canadiens select Logan Coley, I'm telling you right now, I would be happy. Because for me, I don't see a many difference between all 3. And at the end of the day, all 3 is going to reach their full potential with the projection, what I expect from them, 23, 24, 25. So whatever the Montreal select, guys, is going to be a great pick. As a fan, I would be happy. But my preference for what I project and what I'm thinking, like the Montreal select, Shane Wright. You got it? You get my selection today? Shane Wright is my pick overall. I believe the Montreal Canadiens are going to do 2 trades. They will try to move up twice. Really? Yes. I think they would be, if they don't trade a mega trade, what you talk about. They don't trade like Petrie, Anderson, and with other pick and a prospect. I don't see Montreal trade with Ottawa, Columbus. I see them more to jump from 26 to 13, 22 in this NHL draft. I would not be surprised they pick the 62, 66, or the 75 they have, and they make 2 picks together to jumping from 62 to 45 to 50. That's what my prediction for the Montreal Canadiens. They trade twice during that NHL draft 2022. Let's move on for the trade bait. A lot of rumor around the league. Fleury, Giroux, Chikron, TABERNAK. We heard now Marc-Andre Fleury is going between, or maybe he go to Minnesota, Edmonton, Colorado. I still believe he will stay with Minnesota. Giroux refused to go to Colorado. I don't see him to sign back with Florida. So I expect Edmonton, New York Rangers, and possible Boston Bruins. Long shot. Chikron, I think I put Colorado, guys, is a mistake. It's Columbus right there. Are looking to trade the pick number 6 with another players to get him. I still believe the King could maybe have a shot for him, and the Ottawa Senator could looking for him, or 3 teams could run after Chikron. And then finally the DABERNAK. Still believe if the Chicago trade him, New Jersey Devil is a number 1 team that can make that kind of trade. Lamoriello, guys, you never know about him, right? He could plug a trade at the last minute, forget the DABERNAK. And then Detroit. Steve Yzerman, guys, is another GM. You never know what he can get, what he can do. So for me, Detroit could be another team can make a splash at the NHL Draft 2022. And finally, a lot of NHL news today. Toronto promote a lot of people. Haley Wickenheiser, Randy Hardy, Darren Metcalf, all assistant GM at some different level, and then a new goalie coach, Curtis Sanford. The Seattle Kraken took Steve Briere, goalie coach for Toronto for many years. They hire him. They also promote Jessica Campbell, become the first woman as an assistant coach in American Hockey League behind the bench. The Islanders hire two assistant coach, Doug Huda and Brent Wiseman. Finally, we have a couple of signatures. The Flyers signed Aponiemi. Colorado signed the veteran Andrew Cogliano. And finally, Pittsburgh signed the backup goaltender Casey DeSmith. And the Boston Bruins signed two players, American Hockey League, Kessler, one of them, and Wolf, I believe. Here we go, guys. Episode 59. You know now, my pick overall is Shane Wright. We'll see if the Montreal is going to get him or not. Again, if they get Cooley, Stavkovsky, I trust the new management. I'm a big fan of Montreal Canadiens. I would be happy. Please, don't be upset if they don't get your pick. And don't say, oh my God, they should take Cooley or they should take Stavkovsky. They're going to be, no. Be a big, good fans. Support the Montreal Canadiens if you're great fans of your Bleu, Blanc, Rouge. Guys, before I leave, you know the drill. Click on the like, subscribe to the show, sharing this video, and below this video, tell me what you think about my first pick overall. And finally, of course, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, blessing Wednesday, everybody.